So let me just explain to you what the video is about. A lot of people don't know that those cars, how they get there and how do we buy them. And usually I go a day before or earlier, before the auction starts. I make a list, I'll show you, and then out of this list I go and I see these cars in person. And let me show you this app. This is the auction I go to. So you go, this is a list, you pick a state, you pick a date, you pick whatever lane you want, or just like all. I usually do sort A to Z and then go from A to Z, like Acura. And a lot of people, when I post or sell cars, they ask me, they say, oh, it's from the, they do this face, oh, it's from the auction, oh, I don't know. I'm like, so what's the problem? You know, those cars are as good as, you know, you wanted to buy from a regular other person. And they're confused because there's a different type of auction. There's auctions that have like crashed cars, totaled cars, and people buy them and then repair them. And their auction like this one is mostly trade-ins. People buy new cars, they trade them the old ones, and then the dealers bring them here. And I usually buy it from bigger trade-ins because I don't want to buy a car from somebody I don't know, you know. It's New Jersey. 5 minutes earlier, 5 minutes later, this happens. You get stuck in the traffic. I'm telling you straight up. Anyways, hey, you got your own lane, you know. So yeah, I hope you guys, you know, I hope this video will be interesting, and maybe you guys learned something new today. Subscribe, like, do all that, you know. I hope I gave you some information maybe some people were looking for. For example, this one. Okay. There's a check engine and a misfire. So, look at this beast. 911. There are definitely some nice cars too. Stick shift is the 06. So yeah, this particular lane, it's C lane. They mostly have Tesla trade-ins. So this is all cars you see. This is all Tesla's trade-ins, like BMW, Subarus. As you see right here, it says Tesla. Those trade-ins from Tesla. M6. Let me see. Alright. So yeah, what I was gonna say is sometimes, you know, it's a lot of good cars here. Sometimes, as you see, sometimes you see like you get in a car and it's either not running fine or something like that. And I usually don't risk it and don't get those cars. I just try to stay away from those cars, trying to get something that I don't need to put any money into, and trying to be careful. But obviously a bigger dealer who has a bigger lot with mechanic, with paying her booth, you know. They don't care. Some of them don't even have to come to auctions. They just sit at home and use it through the app and just bid cars over there. So how it works is you stand at the lane. One of those, for example, this is not the lane. This is the lane I think people sit down like I'm doing right now, and they buy cars off those screens. So they don't really see them in person, but I usually buy from different lanes. So yeah, so you basically stand up there, and then they start running the prices. You raise your hand if you want to bid on it, and then you keep bidding, you know, in your head you have to settle the price. Keep bidding till the one, you know, if somebody overbids you, that's it, you stop and leave. It's the most important thing, to leave on time. If you get it, congrats, you got it. I think that hopefully the car is good, and you know, you go to the process of like when you already go pay, and then, you know, all that stuff. But I try to, you know, explain it to you as simple as it is, and just to show you how some auctions, the cars are like, they have a really good cars. That was it, but I still have some time to go grab some coffee maybe, and then prepare. It has a lot of lines. It has from A to M to N, actually. N is right there, but I don't really know if that's the lane for Lake, because I haven't seen anybody sell anything on that lane so far. But yeah, it's a lot of cars. Each auction, it's each week they have about 2,000 cars, and they have more in the back. Let me go say hi to my friend. Alright guys, so that's about it. These are the lanes, and if you hear, that's how the bidding goes. I'm not sure if I can record inside because they will tell me, but so basically you buy a car. If you bought it, if like a dealer, like, you know, if a person who buys cars like me just goes on the lot, takes the car, drives it, park it in the sold lot, or right here, this arbitration, but you can still park it. And then after, you know, whenever you pay, you can pick it up, drive out this way,